24 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
Ready. 50, minus 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's go.
First carry now for Justice Hill, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
ready. Pittsburgh. Mike, 58, right there. Defense wins championships, baby. Shit.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
They're running it.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tucker's kick is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
18. 3 down. 40, Mike. Orbit. Drop deep. Alert.
Now Trubisky. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, first and 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I got you. I got you. Shift. Watch the shift.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
He's checking cracks.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. We'll check on his status when we get back. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 3 down. Check 4.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's checking. Crash, great weapon.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Bears nothing.
Let's go now. Just like that. Just like that. 36.
On 2nd down now. It's Greer, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check.
Mike's 40. I'm coming for him.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Tight end left, tight end left.
From the 35 on second down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Six-man.
Red,
From the gun, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, 180.
Come on, D. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
First down, a run with Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on,
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Chance.
Ran, come.
Here's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Come on, 180.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, it's Cohen. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. You got nothing in there. You got nothing. Slam, slam, slam. 66, run it, pass.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Here comes Cohen. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go one more.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6 guard, check 6 guard. Check, alert, 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 alert. Check hot, you draw Corker.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch QB jump. I got motion.
Red, up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Strong right.
Hey, alert.
Protein spill.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Red, up.
Squeeze. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Lock in.
Mike 40.
Go.
It's just me and you. Mike's
18.
watch the slip.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Alert.
On first down, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Stop. 180.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Showing it.
Lock in.
Johnson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Tight end right.
Alert.
40's Mike. All day, dog.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's third and 7.
I'm coming after you.
Red, up.
After you. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40.
Hey, echo.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tight.
Now it's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hall. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
38-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Greer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Wow, match ball.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Ready. Pittsburgh. 27. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's out of bounds. Mike 27. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. A nice little juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert!
You don't want it. Check Mike 99.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All day, punt. Check now.
Alert!
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 58's the money. 58.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. 22, check, cover. Yeah, 22, check.
They'll run on first down. Greer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They complete it to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Get up! 180!
6, right there, 56. Come on, baby.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Topper!
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go! Henry, 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike's 50. Mighty weapon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, 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 check.
On second down, Hill. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Jackson now. His throw caught at about the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll run with Hill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And they take a knee.
McSorley on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3, and they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at